What's up? I'm HUGZ. That's Sam. Welcome to HUGZ and Sam. Today we're getting into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 42. So what was that about?
I'm excited. We're doing FMAB.
Okay. 42. I love that number. Universal answer to everything in life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. Because Google
Isn't that like a...
is your friend. It's a movie reference. Well, it's a book reference. But most people probably would.
Because I know, like, in your streams you had, like, if you donate $4.20 or something, you could...
$4.20. I think that was different, though. Because I had $4.20 and then also 42.
Oh!
Follow my streams.
$4.20, like, blaze
Follow
it.
my streams. Get a Twitch link in the description.
Oh, man.
But anyway, let's jump into this one. So where we left off, episode 41, Al was found by Winry and Co., right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The whole crew rolling out to decipher the ancient Ishvolan text. Well, not ancient, but his brother's notes that were in ancient Ishvolan or whatever, right? We had Ed fight Kimberly in like a major epic fight scene.
Yes.
That almost could have been the death of Ed.
Yeah, like, it was really bad. He's stabbed.
Yeah.
But then the dudes, Kimberly's
guys that he basically left to die.
And Ed saved, because he's a good dude. He's got a good heart.
They helped save him.
They, like, pulled the rod out of him.
And then...
Which was really intense.
Kimberly showed the like, pure...
the, like, perfect circle,
stone,
yeah.
To Ed. And, so there's a lot of things going on. And then he destroyed everything and made his escape.
Yes.
So let's go ahead, jump into it, and see what's going down now.
Where am I? Ow!
That is really creepy because if he passes out, it's like he's not there anymore, you know?
Yeah.
What to do? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out like that. So where are we? And why am I in pieces?
And that's basically it.
As for why you're in pieces, you were too heavy to carry
I was
home.
wondering why they took him apart.
Dismantle you.
Huh. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
And then making a transmutation circle.
It can't be.
It's the countrywide transmutation circle.
Wow.
It's too late for this to help us now. Wait, you saying what I think? You mean these damn research notes are completely useless to us? No way, you can't be serious!
Good job, moron. You blew the whole damn thing upside down.
That's gotta be it.
You know, what's
You
beneath
take a
it?
bad situation and you turn it around. There's two sides. We've got to put it back together and then flip it over.
How you gonna flip all that over? Oh. Duh.
It's a new Amestrian transmutation circle, but it's activated through Xinghe's alchemy instead.
To heal the nation? Wow. That's legit.
That's cool.
So it's like a healing. Oh.
You must be the Crimson Alchemist. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Pride.
Wow.
Can I help you with something, Pride?
He's fearless.
Any new developments with Scar?
I'm actually pursuing him now.
Worry about him later. As for now, go ahead and carve the crest of blood at Briggs.
With all due respect,
Slaughter is nearing completion of the tunnel, so there's little time left.
so it's an urgent matter. Well, if you insist that I carve the crest of blood at Briggs, I'd be happy to oblige you.
It's time for the tigers to fight the bears. I was hoping a while back that each one of his men would be able to like shut down what's going on or
Good to hear.
Yeah.
you know,
Just be careful with everything going on up there. I am.
do something to thwart it.
Trying to be.
Did he complete it? Oh snap.
Tunnels connected. I'm all done working. Does this mean I can rest? Can I, Pride?
The time draws near.
That's so
The
creepy
day of
looking
reckoning
there.
is almost within our grasp.
Dwarf in the Flask, okay, essentially used the king's greed to sacrifice Xerxes so he could make himself a body, to make himself a immortal body, right?
Right.
And also to give half of that immortality to Hohenheim.
Right.
Okay. What does he need a larger stone for? Like what does he need? What purpose does this serve?
Like
to sacrifice all these people within Amestria.
Because he's already immortal, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So
Like, what more does he need?
Give him more immortality.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the end game. I don't see the reasoning or the purpose.
It could, like, isn't it just so he can make homunculus?
But he's been, I mean, how many more does he need? Like, he already has 7, plus Hohenheim, whatever he is. You know what I mean? Like, in his attachment to him.
Yeah.
Like, his father, technically, or whatever.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I just don't see what the overall purpose of them needing the larger circle is. The other thing, and I talked about this before, the way that Wrath spread out all the people, like, perfectly in the pinpoints of, like, where it is on the map, it just begs for them to each be in the perfect position to thwart the plan.
Right.
And then they're essentially either messed up by the fact that Wrath did that, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of screwed themselves over, or deep down inside, the soul that was originally in Wrath is trying to stop the plan because that soul...
Also, like, thinking about that, like, that... So, whenever he was putting the chess pieces, you know, I wonder if he put them all on, the different points because they all have to be in the different cities. Because right now we have...
They're all in kind of the same area. They're in Briggs.
Yeah. But, like...
And then,
is there going to be a
Central,
point where, like...
Azumi's wherever with Hohenheim.
Yeah. Just, I'm really curious where they all are. Like, are they gonna, like, do they actual, like, their physical bodies have to be in those different cities?
In the different spots and sacrificed with those, what do you call them, crest of blood?
Right.
Do they have to be sacrificed within the crest of blood?
Yeah.
I don't know. But that is a good question. Because also then, who is the 5th sacrifice?
Right. And also, like, Ed now would have to be...
Well, he didn't mention Mustang when he did the things, but Lust mentioned Mustang.
Yeah.
Forever ago. But Father didn't specifically mention Mustang.
Right. But Lust did, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like...
Which is why I was wondering
are
why
Ed now
he
in
didn't
the same... in the same place? Because Ed's on his way to get fixed.
Yeah, but they were both, like...
Because, like, I'm confused
they were
on
in
where
that town.
Where they're at right now.
They were in that town. They just left Briggs to go to the town to look for Scar. Okay? And then...
But where's that town? On.
Well, it's, like, not far from Briggs.
Not far from Briggs?
Because
okay.
Kimberly's going right back.
Yeah.
And then... So they met up with Scar. They did that. And Winry and them are all going back to Briggs. Or they were going to, but then they heard Briggs got taken over.
Right.
So, like, they're still in the same general vicinity as where Ed is.
Yeah.
Like, not far from, at least. It's not like they're in different parts of the country.
Right.
And then you have Hohenheim and Azumi. Where are they?
I don't know.
Because I know they met up, but where did they meet up?
I don't know.
Was it near Central?
I don't know.
Where does she live? I don't remember where she lives.
I don't remember.
All right, but anyway, we know that
that's the one thing that trips me up the most is the map
locations.
Because like I know like Briggs is in the north and Central's in the center, you know.
Central, yeah.
But it's like, and I know like Xerxes is like off, and then
I don't know where that is. I know Shing is in the east.
Is like like way off in there.
But overall, we know that generally 4 of the 5, so Hohenheim, Azumi, Ed and Al, are at least in 2 centralized places.
Yeah.
If it has to be 5.
Right. And I mean, they might not even have to be in the separate towns.
But
I was just wondering,
that is a good theory because he was placing them.
Yeah. in the different
locations. All right, but
anyway.
let's get back into it. But that is a big question of mine: is what is the end game? What is this for?
Yeah.
What is the purpose to needing this giant sacrifice if he already has immortality?
Yeah.
So I don't get.
Don't know.
I'm actually looking for the Church of Leto where the riot started.
Which is the bishop that they took down, right? Remember in the early episodes?
What's left of it. There's nothing left inside either.
I get the feeling that this was put here to keep people from going any further. So...
Wait!
Hey, what are you doing? That stuff will kill you!
Not him.
Oh wow, that's freaking awesome.
He just freaking.
That's also mildly Jesus-like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Water.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not actually walking on water, but.
Alchemy.
Found it right off the bat, didn't I?
Is he gonna run in? Right? Oh!
Here we go. Oh my god.
No! That kind of scared me because it happened right as I said it too. Like, damn. Nice.
Wow. Pride just like goes right through.
Yeah.
The light should like keep it away.
Pride kind of looks like Dwarf in the Flash there too, the way that it's like.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm assuming that this must be the edge of your container.
Oh.
You'll die if you pass it, correct? You can't survive outside of your container, can you? It's not much different than your flask, is it?
Wow.
I'm guessing that you can only move freely within these tunnels in Central City. Am I right?
Damn.
Did I hit a nerve?
Oh.
Are you angry?
I'm never angry. Anger does not exist in me. I have no need of such things. I left all unnecessary emotions within Father. All but one. My name is Pride.
Pride the arrogant. That makes sense. I can see your conceit. You're obviously the first one that he separated. Pride was his strongest trait. And the mere fact that he took the time and energy to give you his original appearance. That act alone shows how egotistical he truly is. You are the pure essence of your father.
Damn.
I insist that you come with me to see Father.
But you can give him a message. Tell him Slave 23 will be dropping in quite soon.
Oh, wow. He's like rejecting the
Just
name
tell
that he
him to
gave
be
him.
patient
Yep.
and relax in his chair beneath Central. I'm coming. I am waiting.
Freaking awesome.
Yes, I am waiting for you.
And it's still got the 4 with the zoomy tipped.
What exactly were you doing in there?
Sending a declaration of war.
Damn! Damn!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, get it! Put my seatbelt on.
I know.
Ready to go.
Oh my god.
Holy guacamole.
It's Drachma!
Good timing, Mr. Kimley. And on top of that, I've got a number of my top men already stationed inside the fort. They'll spring their treachery when the fighting starts. The ensuing chaos
They
should
team
weaken
with
them from
Drachma to
within.
do it.
Let's send a declaration of war. What do you say we give them a nice fireworks show for
Declaration
starters?
of war again.
Cannons, prepare to fire!
Oh no, no, no. No, no,
I'm
no,
ready.
no.
I'm ready. Wow.
That
just
smile,
that
though.
Wow.
Hello, this is Zampana reporting in. I'm one of Kimbley's soldiers. Dr. Marco and Scar are hiding out in the slums of Aspect Village.
You made the right move by telling me this.
Oh my god.
And I promise that you'll be protected.
He's double-crossing them.
Dr. Marco. Things are starting to look up.
Oh my god. I got freaking chills.
Oh my gosh.
I got freaking chills up my freaking back of my neck. Oh my god.
And like,
It's
I
been a
thought
long
they
time since we've
changed.
seen
Like, I
Envy.
didn't think that they were gonna be like turning against them, but obviously he is.
A lot happened. A lot happened.
Oh
a
man.
lot happened. And y'all will be proud. We're taking notes now. I'm gonna try. I think I can only take notes on dub series though. I'm just gonna keep it 100 because if we do notes on sub series, it's gonna cause me to look away even more than we do in our normal conversation.
Yeah.
And I just don't think we can do it.
I
But
mean,
we are taking.
I've
notes.
been like writing without looking.
I've been trying to do that, and
which
it's
gives
working
me
out
anxiety because it's not all straight.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I just write yours like are at least lines. Mine are just words, but I think it's easier if I just write like one word to kind of like.
Yeah, I won't understand what I'm talking
remember
about.
my okay.
Like
So the
after.
things I want to talk about. Lior is where the let me close this because the brightness is messing me
Lior
up. Is where in the early episodes they had that bishop or whatever, the bald dude that
Right.
I loved as a villain.
that Lust likes.
Yeah, the Envy eventually started like pretending to be.
Right.
That was in Lior because remember they fixed the town.
Yeah.
And then later when they figured out the whole thing about Amestria, they were like, "Wait, Lior, we shut that down. Why are
Yeah.
there riots?" Because they wanted it to be.
And the water was
toxic.
Water was toxic.
Now, I don't know if it's just because I wanted it to be, but like Rose kind of looked like their mom to me.
I know.
Just a tiny bit.
She looked a lot like the brothers. Like
just a tiny bit. I think it's just because that's what I want.
I mean,
I want him
yeah.
to like. I don't know.
Find love.
The other
again.
thing is, I wouldn't think he would need to eat.
Yeah, that's
because he
what I
seemed
was
like
wondering.
really starved.
Yeah.
But I have my own thoughts and ideas about immortality from other shows and mythos that I kind of bring to this.
Yeah.
Not knowing exactly how it works, but it doesn't look like Father has to eat. But he's.
But
he's
like
a
Wrath
homunculus,
eats,
but
I think
he's
it's
like
because he's human based. He's a human based homunculus, so that means he's like got the same like internal like organs and stuff as a human. So like he needs food like for regular
But
purposes.
the difference is Wrath is a homunculus. Von Hohenheim is not a homunculus. He is an immortal being.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm talking about Wrath eats because he's a human based.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can get that justification.
Right.
But it's like I know Von Hohenheim is human based or whatever, but he has that immortality.
It's like
in
if he starves
I've
to
never
death,
seen
he
Father
won't
eating.
starve to death because he's
Yeah.
immortal and he can't die of that.
See, now, is Father human-based now? That he took the sacrifice and got that body? Is he a homunculus that gained a body and is now a human-based? Or, I don't know how that works. Because he got that new form. He's not sitting there as a dwarf in the flask anymore.
No, but it's just like, okay, they gave Greed a form and Lust a form, but they were literally formed
human-based.
out of...
Greed is human-based. It was Lane.
Greed before.
Greed before was human-based.
okay. So just Lust. So Lust, Gluttony, the people that, like the homunculus that aren't human-based.
Mm-hmm.
They're just formed and they're just made out of sacrifice.
Yeah, but he did that. He made them in that form. What I'm saying is, he was that black ball. Like, the dwarf in the flask, he was just that black ball.
Right.
He decided to give himself, like, I don't know if he gave himself that form or if it's because of the ceremony, like, he took on a form. Like, I don't know how that ceremony changes him as a homunculus. You know what I'm saying? Because he said half of it went to him, half of it went to Von Hohenheim. Like, aren't homunculus just naturally immortal anyway? Unless you take their stone? Like, do you get what I'm saying? I don't know in what way that physically changed his being. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is I'm kind of... People say, Hohenheim's not a homunculus. Okay, I know that. Like, but what does him being a living philosopher's stone, or being that version of immortal? What does it make him? What makes him different than a human? Is it just the fact that he doesn't die and that he can heal things?
Yeah.
Or does he not need to eat or sleep or drink? Or, you know, like, can he just exist? If he was in space and just in a vacuum, would he still be okay? Does he need oxygen?
Also, like, didn't the dwarf in the flask go inside that guy? Like, didn't he, like, inhabit the body?
No. He got his own body. Because the king was laying there dead.
Okay. I think I need to go watch all that back over again.
I'm just wondering in what way it affects him at all. Why, and like I said again, why they need the greater circle. But then he said that's a vessel for pride to be able to travel.
Yeah, but then why was he able to go and be with Hawkeye?
They said that they could be in Central. He said they could be in Central or in the tunnels. I don't exactly understand why there's confines.
Yeah.
But he said that they could be within Central or the tunnel.
Or the tunnel.
So I don't know what exactly the specific reasoning or areas are.
Also,
but we
like,
do know that the circle's complete.
Like, you know how you said, like, I'm basing this off of other shows and stuff where, like, you also have to remember, like, me, like, I've never heard of, like, homunculus before. Like you had heard of them at least before, but, like, I'm like, what the hell is a homunculus? I didn't even know how to say it.
I'm not even basing it off of homunculus,
so
but I'm thinking, like vampires.
Yeah.
Immortality. Like, they need blood to stay alive, but that's it. They don't need to eat or drink or breathe, or they have to sleep. Like, in some mythologies they don't, but it's like,
well, yeah, because in Twilight they don't. That's the only way I know vampires, really.
But you get what I'm saying? So I don't know, like, what this level of immortality is, because also, like, vampires again span the gambit of whether they can heal themselves or through sleep, or, you know, in the casket or whatever they heal. Like, there's just different scenarios. Like, what are the limitations of this? What are the that's what I'm really
it's just like, because you
have
have, like, a lot of questions, and it's kind of confusing me more, all of your questions and stuff, because, like, I'm already having, like, a hard time understanding as is, like, the fact, like, who can do what, and what makes who immortal, and you know,
that's
like,
my questions. Those are my questions.
But, like, okay,
who can do what? Who has what power?
But, like, it's yours is more, like, complex than, like, the stuff that I'm saying. But okay.
Right. So, but I'm saying, like, it still boils down to the same thing.
Yeah.
Who can do what? What are their limitations?
I just feel like I'm saying I don't know a lot, and it's like, I just need to go rewatch it.
Well, I don't know either.
Yeah.
That's why we have all these questions. Because I think at this point we just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only thing you'd have to rewatch, and I'd need to rewatch it too, is you said he inhabited the body, which I don't think he did, but that would be something I'd have to rewatch as well.
I thought that he did, because whenever we looked at the king or whatever, we were like, I was like, is that father? And then I thought that the dwarf in the flask, like, inhabited that body. Yeah. And then made him, like, change his appearance.
See, I don't think that is what happened, because the father.
But I'm like, am I just imagining that? Like,
he had already died in the circle.
Yeah.
The king had already died well before the truth even came out and everything happened.
Yeah. I need to go rewatch it.
But
that's what it boils down to, y'all. I gotta rewatch it.
I'm interested to know about the new transmutation circle, the what is it called? Alchemy. Is that, like, will that heal people? Also, I wonder if they make that giant circle, and this may be a huge leap, but if they make that circle, the other circle is to sacrifice people, will that be able to resurrect people?
That's a big thing.
The other one is the one that kills. You know what I mean? Like, it essentially takes the souls and traps them in this thing. So will the other one release souls?
Release all the souls, and then also, like, Ednow's stuff will be like the body.
Could their mom wouldn't have. She died of natural causes.
Yeah, because then it would like
yeah.
resurrect everybody who ever died,
But
and that'd be
resurrect
like
the people who died from the
sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thought. Because otherwise, like, what would it heal, really?
Like I said, that could be a huge jump. I'm just thinking, like...
Because whenever they showed that, I was
scale.
like, well, what would it heal?
Mm-hmm.
Like, would it...
I mean, it doesn't have to heal anything at all. That was just my first thought, is alkahestry is normally, like, healing as well.
Or it could counteract the other circle.
Like block it.
Because Father can't mess with alkahestry. So, like, it could be like...
It could just be a giant canceling circle.
Yeah.
It was just a wild jump on my part to think, like...
Well, no, I don't think it's that wild. But I'm just saying, like, I think that more, like, I guess realistically would be, like, it could cancel it out.
Also, I want to write this down real quick, is... Okay, so this was what I said in 40. After Dwarf and the Flask, and they kind of like both got their immortality, he got his form. I said, was Hohenheim also Father? Like, before I even really learned about how the whole thing went down, I said, did they like split? And that was like the evil part of Hohenheim, remember? And that's what's cool, is because now we know Father, the 7 sins aren't just arbitrary. Mm-hmm. They're like literally those parts of his, and that shows that he did take on a human side, because those are the parts of his human side.
Yeah.
And that's like what he shed. Like those are pieces of his humanity that he gained.
Right.
Which is cool, because it's kind of like a version of what I was thinking of, like being split off, you know, from Hohenheim, just from Father, and like how he split his different parts of him that were bad. But then you would think Father would be super good if he got rid of all the bad parts. You know what I mean? Like the goodness would be left. Like, unless there's like 7 dwarfs out there and they're like happy, sleepy, dopey.
Yeah.
You know, that are all like Father's like good traits that are just like, we don't talk about them. We got greed and lust and gluttony over here. We'll let the other ones go hang out.
Oh my gosh.
They're like,
I want to know when he's gonna remake Lust
or something. Yeah, and what's going on with greed? Where's greed been? Like, they all got mentioned again in this version here. There's 2 things I really loved. Okay, well, a little more than that, but one of the big things was Hohenheim doing the declaration of war. Yeah. And then Kimberly also calling it a declaration of war. Yeah. So cool. Yeah. The other thing that I really enjoyed was that kind
smile,
of
that Kimberly smile, like
that was awesome.
Evil smirk.
Was like kind of a Jesus like, and it's also Jesus and God, like Son and the Father. Like, even though it's weird because Hohenheim is technically the one who gave life to Father, but that's a whole different thing. But it was when he said slave 23. Yeah. And I was like,
because he was like
pushing off the name that was given him. And
that's like a low blow.
When you frickin' will take back your slave name, which is already terribly, like, you got given a name because you were property, you know, which is horrible. Right. But if you'd rather take ownership of that than the name you were given by Father, it's like, damn. That's like a whoa. Here's damn. That's like a whoa damn.
Whoa damn.
That's a whoa damn. I'm bringing back whoa damn. I haven't done whoa damn in a while. Yeah. But that's the official HUGZ rating of like super official damn. That was awesome. I love that. I thought that was super cool.
Definitely liked that.
He's about to turn into Soldier 23. Immortal version of Soldier 76.
How like Pride 2 was like, I do not get angry. And it's like, you're obviously angry.
The sound of the teeth clenching, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
He was angry.
I love that.
For sure.
Alright, well, this is like a 45-minute video, so we should probably wrap this up. You got anything else big to add?
No, I just need to go rewatch things and make my mind.
I feel like there's only that one thing, right?
Yeah, but like I just feel like I've thought that that's what happened, and so I'm really confused.
We'll take a look at it before we go into 43.
Okay.
Also, real quick, I'm happy to see Envy coming back into it. Like Envy really made me mad with the whole thing of taunting about the souls and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like I really want Envy to die. And then also the
fact that she, like that little girl scene.
Yeah.
That messed me up really bad.
But cool character, and I like to see her back in the show. Like or him. I always say her, but whatever. And
then people always make sure
androgynous thing. It's a homunculus. It's neither.
Will be like, so. Envy is a him.
But anyway, glad to see Envy back in the mix because very interesting character.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, show.
Like it if you did, sub if you don't already, and shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means, but it does mean a lot. It means the whole world to us. And we love you guys. We'll be back with more videos soon.
Bye.